I'm a business owner, and I trust Next Insurance.
Type your business, select your
There you
plan,
go.
pay online.
Since you didn't watch
Just
the
like
ad,
that,
you can watch it.
your business is insured.
If anything happens, I can file a claim instantly online.
Get your business insured instantly online. Go to next-insurance.com.
Make sure you go to nextinsurance.com. Skip.com. Skip. Look at that, 9:45 already, and I'm late. Let's see if we can do this right. Good morning, Sam. She's over there making some kind of. You're making some kind of muffins or something, right? Oh, you're making pancakes? Nice. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I should have my hat on. Where's my hat? Welcome to this morning's episode of COVID and Coffee. Make sure you got your coffee. Make sure you're ready for another enthralling live stream from RC Guy Garage. Last night's, I want to address something right away. So last night's live stream was, I don't know, man. It was absolutely like awesome. It was cool. There's sometimes those times when the stream or whatever it is, just because of everybody's involvement, just like makes it so much better, makes it so much more fun. I wish there was just a different way of interacting, like, because obviously, like, you know, when I'm doing it on my phone, there's that issue of not being able to use like the StreamYard and stuff like that, where you could actually drag a couple of people in, because that's only, you know, obviously just with my computer. But I'm just going to jump into the chat real quick, just say hello to everybody. We've got Riff Raffs RC right there. Good morning. First, right there, bang, double. Eric Vale's here. RC Odyssey's here. Big Papa Paul. And then who hit it right at, oh, Green Frog is here too. Green Frog, Crack 3DRC. Oh, wait a minute. How come I always do that? Crack 3DRC. It's Cracked RC, not Crack 3DRC. Although, I actually like saying Crack 3DRC. Who got it? Lorm Cronish, what's going on? Cronish, what's going on, man? You got it today, right at 9:45. Good morning to you as well. Eric Vale just scored. So I'll post time slips. Eric, that is awesome. You know what? Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should set up like a block. I don't know how to do that on the Facebook channel. Set up some kind of like an area where everybody can like post their times if they're actually going to use that DTS one thing. That's awesome, Eric. Earl Moorhead, what's going on, man? Oops, I keep pressing the report thing by accident. Barbecue, Drag Bug in 2 pieces. Well, Drag Bug actually became in 2 pieces last night because I discovered that the hot glue, and it was totally my fault. I was in a rush. It worked for a what? Because you're using that little thing. I know. We have this old. It's actually old. Did I get that from Mom, or did Mom just have it? Because I know I got her the nut grinder.
Yeah, I remember when we got it.
You know what? I think she might have picked that up. But we have this old hand crank mixer that my daughter Samantha likes to use just because it's like, you know, it's old. It's kind of like, you know, just the old way of doing things. So she likes having fun with things like that. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, Drag Bug, 2 pieces. So I did a rush job on installing the hot glue into the diff, and effectively it worked a couple of times. It worked fine, and then all of a sudden I noticed like right in the video when I was editing, I noticed that it broke free. And then obviously when I opened it up, you could see it definitely cleaned the gears. It polished the gears. It made them nice. But that doesn't really matter. So today, actually, my wife, which is awesome, she's actually heading out to the store, and on her way out, she's actually going to pick up a hot glue gun. So today, which it might even be during the stream, because she's actually on her way right now to the store. Today on the stream, I may actually be able to hot glue that thing like by the time the stream ends. Who knows how long the stream will go, and I'm not sure how long it'll take for her to go shopping. I'm guessing like an hour and a half, 2 hours would be my guess. She'll be gone. So yeah, it was just my no patience. I had a hot glue gun that was a piece of garbage. I was waiting to see if Sam would react.
I was intentionally not reading.
Oh, nice. It was one of those craft ones, the little tiny ones. And what happened is we didn't have any glue sticks. So what I did is I took one of the, the real glue sticks, and I literally took a razor blade and I shaved the glue stick down to try to stuff it into the thing. And needless to say, it did not work as I had hoped. And what? Be quiet over there. Because like the gears were cold. So now obviously I've got the Justin O'Neill, which is the heat gun. It's a Harbor Freight heat gun. I got that, and what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to heat up the differential, just put it on a low setting, keep things warm so the gears are nice and warm, pour the hot glue in into the hole. So just pour the hot glue into the hole right there, then quickly install the gears while I'm keeping everything hot, and then overlay more hot glue, and then put the cap on, and then be done with it. And then obviously it'll set up over a period of time, and then it'll be locked hopefully more on a permanent level. People were saying, JB Weld and all that stuff, and I get it, but I don't know. I know the differential's just probably garbage anyway, but I don't know. I even thought about putting liquid nail in it, but I thought I might have like a drying issue with liquid nail. What is that? Who just threw $10 into the thing here? I can't see your thing. Justin O'Neill guy. Hot glue supplies, thank you. That literally, I'll give that to my wife actually. Because she's getting the actual glue gun today. I need a pen. I'm gonna have to put Justin O'Neill's name on the glue gun now. That's right. You know what? I'm telling you, this is what's gonna be so cool about this vinyl cutter, is being able to do like little cool things like that. It's a small thing, but still, it's pretty cool. Could put your name on the glue sticks, and as they get injected into the gun, your name just smears all over everything. I almost just misspelled your name. Thank you very much for that, sir. Chef, good morning. You missed a awesome live stream last night, man. Tire glue locks well. Right, but wouldn't that be a heck of a lot of tire glue to jam into a differential? Do you know what I mean? What I feel is, I feel like if I used the tire glue, I'd literally use up my whole supply of tire glue, and I'm actually going to need tire glue now too. So we got parts coming today from Team Associated. So actually, you know what? I should check it right now to see if it's UPS or USPS, because sometimes UPS actually drops it off to our USPS, and USPS delivers to my house earlier. So I can actually check that right now. UPS tracking. I think it'll be like a one that's already in the queue. Says it's in transit. No. What do you mean exception? You have got to be kidding me. Are you kidding me? Look at this, literally, right here. What does it say? It's supposed to be here today. Your package has been delayed due to events beyond our control. It's in Chelmsford, Mass. Nothing is going on in Chelmsford. We're adjusting delivery plans as quickly as possible. Okay, I guess we won't be getting any parts from Team Associated today. So that literally now means Monday. See what I'm saying, man? Granted, maybe I'm just being a windbag about all this, but still, you know, you feel like you count on parts coming in based upon, you know, this is how all delivery places are going to be from now on. You know it. You know companies point blank will take advantage of the updated situation. Now they have just probably the freedom to just point blank just say it every single time. Amazon, yeah, we'll take you $120 a year, but you know what? We're no longer going to give you 2-day fake free shipping either. So your package was delayed this morning as well. Yeah, isn't that nice? Something's going on at that facility. Yeah. There should be nothing going on at the facility over here. Let me ask you something. Did you see the recent news of what happened?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do know what I'm talking about. What were you talking to me about yesterday morning? What were you upset about?
You already know I know.
Okay. So you know what happened now, right?
No? Oh, are you talking about the...
Flames.
Mhm.
Yeah. What is your opinion on that?
There are other people who've already said it very well.
Okay.
That you can't harm the communities you're saying that you're standing up for.
Right. That's the part that I feel is rough. Is
But
that
you...
I understand it's a protest, but when you're protesting with violence, you're adding to the situation.
Mhm.
That's the bad part. And
I
you
think
also point blank know that there are people out there that while it is very justified in some respects, adding violence to violence never helps. It never helps. Ever.
well,
Anyway.
you asked my opinion. didn't
No, I know. What I don't want to do is I don't want it to get into the stream and to be crazy. Because it can do that. So I'll ask for your opinion after, Sam. It's just have to be careful online. Yeah, no kidding. No, I know. Right. Yeah, it's definitely, but regardless of anything, even when you're talking about the package delivery, it's the craziness of how all of this stuff I feel like companies, like I said, like Amazon now is going to point blank use it as an excuse. It's crazy. And that makes you wonder, like, obviously going into the post office, you can see the changes that they're making. Post office is doing all the barriers, things that, obviously I'm not used to seeing. Like, even when you go into Walmart, like every now, well, it's for the employees. So every employee register has the barrier But what is weird is, you know how they have like the registers that are packed like next to each other, all the self checkouts? Like the self checkouts, they're not 6 feet away from each other. And you know, like how even congregated that can get. And everybody's wearing masks and everybody's trying to be safe and all this other stuff. But you got to wonder, like, are shipping companies or companies point blank going to use that excuse of, yeah, well, coronavirus, so I guess we can't ship things anymore. There is no such thing as 2-day shipping. And like I touched on before, was that the 2-day shipping, free shipping, really wasn't 2-day shipping. Well, free. It wasn't really free. They were still making money on the shipping because if, like, what I had noticed, there would be a product that would say, like, I think it would say something like available without Prime or something like that. But literally the shipping speed was the exact same, and the price was actually like a few dollars less. So it was like, well, then what's up with Prime? Because I bought it for shipping. Yeah. Packages are just crazily delayed. I mean, it's not like I'm not being, understanding of it, because I even touched on it before that, we have, because of how we are that, snap your finger kind of society, and it's only because it's made things better, like the competition between, like, say the competition between who are the major carriers. So if you were to think of the major carriers, you would say, other than USPS, you would say UPS, FedEx, and DHL, right? I don't really see that many DHL trucks. I'm not sure why. Maybe because DHL is more international.
I was gonna say, I think DHL is packages that are being handled from an international company.
Okay, so DHL obviously, I guess, is more of like that international situation. So you've got the two big guys. You got UPS and you got FedEx. And then, now what's nuts is now my mail truck goes by on Sunday and delivers packages on Sunday now, which is, it's awesome, but it's also caused all of us, everybody or the whole world, to just be like, snap your fingers, I should have my package now, when, like, what Gus's Custom Creations talked about a couple of times is, like, he can remember back in the day when you had to put in an order and you had to wait the 6 weeks and processing and all this other stuff. And then that was also back in the day when you had to mail a check. You know what I mean? There was no electronic this and that. And it's like, I feel sometimes it's like a hard pill to swallow, like, because you get so used to the easiness of things. You get so used to literally just nowadays, all you have to do is just ask Google a question and Google knows the answer, or Alexa, or whatever device you have, Siri. It's just, I don't know. It's crazy. So it's like, things hinge on, like what Earl was saying. He expected a package to come within a certain time frame because of the way he does things. So Earl, point blank, owns a shop. We all know this, and I'm sure he knows about the ordering process. So he's adjusted his purchase orders that he does to fit within his time schedule. And then literally right now there's wrenches being thrown in everywhere. Things that are stopping it. Like, it's just, I don't know. And then Amazon, what was cool about Amazon before was if your package did not arrive within that time frame of what they used to call the guaranteed time frame, that you could call them and say, hey, my package didn't arrive on time. Could you provide an adjustment? Because for me, if I couldn't get my parts through you know, like a local supplier, and I'm not talking about RC stuff. I'm talking about the automotive parts. So if I couldn't get it through my local supplier, obviously I'd go online, order it through like, you know, either Rock Auto or Amazon or wherever I could find my parts. And then I would rely on the shipping, like time frame, to be able to adjust the schedule so that the person could drop the car off and I could get the job done within the time frame and then have it back out the door. And it was just every once in a while, you know, you'd get that one where you'd get the, you know, the warning like that saying the package is delayed. And then I'd just call Amazon, and every once in a while too, they would say, well, we'll try to readjust things. Well, they actually called. They did a three-way call where they actually called UPS while I was on the phone to talk to somebody at UPS to see if they could literally get the package there like the day that it was supposed to be there, which that was cool. I didn't even know that they could do that. I don't know. I don't think we have any Amazon trucks around here. Yeah, companies are going to take advantage of it. Right, exactly. You made it on a Sunday, 2-day, got it Wednesday. Yeah, see, that's crazy though. Eric, it must be because you're near something, right? So that it made it that much easier. You know what? Funny too is Earl brought up. He was like, seems kind of funny, like, because, you know, obviously conversations had gone back and forth. He goes, seems kind of funny that when I order stuff, because he's obviously California, I'm Massachusetts, so we literally couldn't be any further away, you know, in the United States. And well, I guess Hawaii, but you know what I mean, on ground. So, so he was like, it seems kind of funny when he orders parts, he says his parts are coming from the East Coast, and then I had shared something with him, and I'm like, yeah, my parts are coming from the West Coast, and I thought that was kind of funny, and he was like, yeah, I wonder if there's like a conspiracy on that. You ordered from a hobby shop, and the guy sent it through the United States Postal Service. So a 13-pound box literally traveled through the mailman's truck over 1,000 miles for 3 weeks. Oh my God, Ken. Oh, Ken's, that's crazy. Your local bank had the tellers, all 3 in a row, open when I spoke up and said, please open every one. There's 10 empty ones. There is room. Right. On the other note, should be checked. Packages, yeah. Right. I cannot read your name. Brosia. How do I say your first name? Kayari? I ruin names, I'm sorry. But I think I've got the last name right, Brosia. Yeah, you know, I was thinking that. I was wondering that. How is everybody doing this morning? Right. Right, and it was funny too, because because sometimes you can get pretty detailed information, which is nuts. Like, how do these, you know how like they have these package thieves that, you know, obviously steal the packages, and somehow I guess it was said that they're able to download some app that literally shows them when a package is going to be delivered somehow. I don't even know how that works. That's got to be literally some kind of hacking thing. Tracking through USPS is charging to keep me informed. What? Are you serious? You're getting charged to be informed about your packages? That seems wrong. Oh, no. Oh, that's no. Oh, I almost forgot. I almost just had a heart attack. Today is obviously trash day, but it's delayed. I just heard a trash truck and I'm just like, I just felt all the blood leave my body because
Our trash is overflowing.
our trash is massively overflowing right now. It usually doesn't, but now it's just like, oh no, I can't miss trash day today. Almost forgot. Oh, what I was talking about. So on here, I did the, you can check obviously pretty detailed information. It tells you like times things arrive, times things check out and maybe go to another destination or whatever. And I remembered one time watching the package travel. It came to Massachusetts, and I think it was like in Brockton or something like that, which is, I don't know how far Brockton is from me, maybe like 30 miles or something like that. I don't even know. 40 miles, 50 miles, who knows? But either way, it was crazy to see that the package was in a local location in Massachusetts. And then, like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, nice, that means I'm probably going to get it tomorrow. And then I'm watching it leave Massachusetts, and I'm like, why is it in Maine now? It was already in Massachusetts. Why didn't they drop it off? I could have, you know what I mean? It was like, I feel like I could have just driven to the place and said, hey, I'll pick it up. You can save gas. You don't have to come to my house. I'll get it myself. Yeah, riffraff, starting your drag bug build, right. Scruffy Page, what's going on, guy? Sergeant, what is happening? Why is it a stressful day, man? You're on the military base in Italy. You said yesterday, I think you said that yesterday was going to be a big day for you. Or last night. Right, the old Exceed, right. Justin O'Neill, you posted a shipping nightmare. I'll definitely check that out. Here we go. Justin O'Neill just posted. Oh my God, dude, are you serious? Holy smokes. That's insane. That's crazy, man. Dude, I'm gonna laugh at that. I'm just gonna put the laugh thing. The garbage truck, right? It's the garbage truck. $11 Charlie, you're working on a veteran giveaway? That's awesome, man. Tracking we are getting online is delayed by an hour, not longer, but the fee not live tracking, they charge a fee for that. Wow, that's crazy. So that must obviously be how the package thieves are somehow intercepting like that information. Because that was actually a thing that they had on the news, that somehow these package thieves were literally able to have an app that told them when your package was delivered. Like that's crazy.
I have pancakes for husband.
Aw, that's awesome. Team Vega, what's going on, man? Wild and Out is here. Shadow Ops. You're awake for this one, right? Yeah. I actually, what's funny is when I first started this, I had that tired morning voice. I don't even know what time the stream ended last night. Did it end at like 1:20 or something like that? I don't even know. I feel well. Sometimes you know. Sometimes you know. You're like, you were up late. Chef Beardsley was a zippy tie. Right, zippy ties. Right, a zip tie. Yeah, I noticed. I noticed Earl used the word zip tie. He keeps putting an R in wheelie bar. I don't know why. It's not the right way to say it. Must be West Coast. Sorry, I forgot the proper name. Oh my god. 1 a.m. with 20 minutes of overtime. Right, strip gear, you got it. Right. 1:20. Yeah, because it was supposed to end at 1, and then it ended up being 1:05, and then literally all of a sudden out of nowhere, you guys killed the chat with the donations right at the end. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is that part right there. I've got it all ready, going out to Mets. I've got his address. Just got to head over to the post office, so. And yes, it will be sent priority mail because I want to be able to track this package, because that package that I sent out, that was so wrong. I had never seen a package happen like that before. The literal, and this was not in a junk envelope that I put it in. I actually put it in a proper, like, it was a reinforced envelope that I put it in, because, you know, there are some envelopes you can buy that are a stronger reinforced envelope.
They appreciate it.
I put it, yeah, I bet they, yeah.
You won't eat a pancake.
He's weird. I put it in a reinforced, like, you know, envelope. And literally, when I got it back a month and a day later, back to my thing, with the thing saying that if I wanted it reshipped, they would cost an additional $3.25. It's like, you guys put it in a COVID package, which you didn't need to go in a COVID pack. You know what I mean? What is this? And now you want to charge me because you guys ripped open my envelope? The little envelope was ripped in half. I swear, so that somebody could see what the contents was inside. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But that was so annoying. But anyways, Metz's part is going in a proper, what did I call it? What is the USPS priority shipping? Red Cat Racing Earthquake, and installed the starter plate. Right. You know what's funny, Shadow Ops, is I actually just responded to somebody this morning. So here's something else that I discovered once again. I usually think I'm up on the comments, because what will happen is normally through YouTube, you'll get a notification that somebody commented, you know, on one of your videos. Now, granted, I don't know exactly how it all works, but usually I'll get a notification and I'll do something about the notification. I'll either, you know, thumbs up it, or it's got to have some acknowledgement. Thank you. I literally went through probably, I want to say 40 comments, but it was probably more like between 20 and 30 comments today, responded to them this morning that I never got notifications of. And that's something that bugs me, because, you know, when somebody asks a question, granted, you know, at some point I may not be able to get to all the questions just because of how I'm realizing, you know, how crazy YouTube can be, you know, as far as, you know, I mean, think about it. If you got 100 people, you know, throwing questions at you and you've only got a minute to answer, you know what I'm saying? I know it's rough. Not I know it's going to get rough, but I know it's rough. So, but. He just doesn't move. It's pancakes this morning. Thank you.
One of those, I think I gave you.
You gave me one of the dog pancakes?
It's different.
Just kidding. Oh, but anyway, Shadow Ops. What I was saying was I actually responded to somebody this morning because they, I guess what happened was on the 5th poll of their brand new Earthquake, Red Cat Racing Earthquake poll start, they had the same thing that happened to me. The poll start ripped right out. And it point blank says it on the thing. Do not, don't use bearish strength. And I'm like, what do they consider bearish strength? I just pulled it like a regular ripcord. And mine was, way off. And, somebody else commented, they were like, oh, you don't know what you're doing. And I just had to nicely respond and go, I'm just showing you the out of the box experience. I'm not a RC god. I'm not a nitro guru. I'm just showing you what's in the box. I'm showing you how it's set up from the factory. Here you go. Put a couple cranks on it. Yeah, flood it out. It's just like, I don't know sometimes how to respond. It's like, I even responded to the point of where I said, somebody commented, it might have been the same person, and they were like, you don't even know how to work on nitro or whatever. And I said, yeah, you're right, because I'd rather work on my Camaro than a piece of crap Red Cat Racing nitro, piece of garbage. Because in my point blank opinion, just like even I think Hybrid feels the same way. Now, Hybrid is an RC, I'll call him an RC guru. He kind of referenced the same thing, that the pull start is garbage because it's a higher compression motor and the pull start says don't use bearish strength. Okay, well then I'm supposed to crack the plug every time I want to start this thing? That doesn't make sense. And then somebody else said, which makes sense, I get it, use a heat gun or a hair dryer to get your nitro engine started. And then I'm starting to think to myself, I get that. You want to warm it up so that, but should you have to? Like if you're out in the field, I don't know who brings a 6-mile extension cord to attach to house power to power a hair dryer or a heat gun to warm up their nitro engine. I guess maybe you're using a blowtorch at that point, but I don't know, maybe you're getting a little bit dangerous. But I don't know. It's funny, like somehow the comments come through, and I've learned, and I wasn't that guy either. I've learned that you literally just have to let it go. This is like everybody's got to be quiet. Well, because she knows. She knows that sometimes it bugs me because I talk to her about it, and she helps me out sometimes. That's what's nice about having people that care about you. When you're getting all like frustrated, you know what I mean? You got the level-headed people to be like, just will you calm down? It's only YouTube. Don't worry about what people say because everybody's going to have their own opinion about everything. And it's like, and that's what I realized. You're welcome to your own opinions. I talk too much, apparently, in my videos.
Also, though,
I talk too much in my videos.
also my opinion
You know what-
is, though,
You know what's funny?
that
What? Go ahead.
my opinion is that people that feel it necessary to go around on YouTube
Cause trouble.
I'm not even gonna say cause trouble,
Yeah.
just be a jerk
Yeah.
for no reason.
Right.
They clearly have a problem with themselves.
Yeah.
They're unhappy or
I don't
something in
know.
their life.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I mean, honestly though, I think sometimes the best thing you can do is completely ignore them to not even give them the satisfaction of getting.
I know, but it's so hard to ignore something when you literally just
But
want
the
to.
thing is that if someone's trying to rile someone up,
I know. Well, you know what's funny? I even took something wrong. There's a guy that actually subscribed to my channel because I had actually taken his comments wrong because I had just woken up and I saw the comments and I was just like, oh, awesome. Just another crappy comment that I got to wake up to that I don't know what I'm doing and all this other stuff. And it's just like, so I responded I didn't respond in a nasty way, but I was just kind of like, that groggy voice, wake up like, oh, JC, I'm saying just another awesome, whatever. And he actually was joking, but because it's text message or whatever you want to call it, messaging, you don't know the tone of the person. The person could have been smiling, saying, ha ha ha, you know what I mean? And then literally we went back and forth, and then both of us kind of at the same time, kind of, I think maybe him first, realized that it was misunderstood. And like literally we both ended up apologizing to each other. And then I think he subbed to the channel, which those are those ones that like, it's a different kind of subscribe. It's like an earned subscribe beyond the content. Like I've said to you guys before, all you guys that have subscribed to the channel, holy crap, that is so stinking awesome. And then there's those ones that like, not that you fight for, but you maybe because of the positive way that you responded to maybe a negative comment, that person is subscribed to your channel because they were like, oh, you're just really a regular guy. And I think that's the cool part. Right, Team Vega, same thing. You'll get no notifications and a lot of comments. It's just junk. Yeah, Sergeant Jay's got a big job, man. Oh, 11 Charlie, you took off, man. I'm sorry. Eric Vale, break the glow plug loose and... Right, I know, but and I think what's funny is when somebody sees me doing that Red Cat like car, it was just like I felt like what I was trying to do is to show the real of this is what it's like out of the box. If you don't know, here you go. I used to fly nitro planes like not every day, but for a good long time. Nitro boats, nitro planes, nitro helicopters. So I had the nitro experience. So, and none of the nitro stuff has changed, other than maybe the fuel quality is better. Right. See, Earl's got it right there. Just use an impact gun. That thing will fire right up. Right, you have to go buy a $1,000 generator just to start your Red Cat. There you go. Right. But point blank, it was wrong. High compression motor like that, somebody that just buys it because it is an inexpensive RC. It's an older Red Cat, so it's the inexpensive RC. High compression motor with a piece of garbage pull start. Even Chef Beardsley's better than me at nitro. I don't care. Pull starts, yeah, right. Crack 3 DRC. Right. Cracked RC. Bandit Darnville, what's going on, guy? Wild to know, you're funny. Was there a recent change and I think nobody is getting their comment now? I don't know, man. Even Earl was having an issue. I jumped on True Boys a couple of nights ago. I can't remember when it was, maybe like 3 nights ago or something like that, 4, 5 nights ago. Whenever they had a live stream, I jumped on it. And I think they were like 20 or 30 minutes in and no comments were showing up on my side. I'm like, no, their channel always has comments. So, and I loaded it like several times and nothing changed. So I ended up just jumping out because I figured that there were issues. Amped, what's going on, guy? Wow, did I really just catch up? I did. The only thing that sucks with pull roto easy start is the one-way bearing. I want to convert stuff to a bump box. There you go. My dog is freaking out because she sees him sitting here. You hear her? She gets so upset. She whines like emotional. Listen to her. She knows I'm talking about her. You hear her? She emotionally whines. Daisy. Daisy. Do you need to go out? Okay. I'm going to let her out. She might actually need to go out. You want to go out? Okay. Colby, you need to go out? Come on. Go out. Come on, guys. Go ahead. It's like a hurricane. It is actually a very terrible day today. You can see the wind hitting that thing right outside the door here. So, because I said COVID and coffee, you can name the stream. Because obviously, you know, we talk about just like a general kind of everything. Sometimes the intent is to actually work on stuff, but then sometimes becomes just a conversation piece, which is great. So I want to talk about deck over products. You know how they have that paint? It's called deck over. Now I've been very resistant to that. I even almost jokingly was going to make a video, like a funny video about it, and just go deck over the contractor's nightmare. Because deck over is for those times when you have a deck that there's something that's called a slap cell. So you want to just throw some stuff on the deck to fill the cracks, to, you know what I mean? Like badly weathered wood, it will make it look better, kind of, sort of, because it's thick paint. Well, the problem with deck over is that if you have dogs and a couple of days, we're talking a couple of days later, and we're talking about good drying temps, the dog's dirty feet will stain your gray deck over, and it does not wash off. Isn't that awesome? So right now, we literally have permanent dog prints on our deck over. It looked mint when I finished it. Like when when it was all done, I point blank was jokingly gonna make a video and be like, deck over the contractor's worst nightmare, because the stuff goes on like mud. I was always resistant to using deck over because I knew it was like a last resort scenario. But I was also thinking to myself, well, you know what? Our deck surface does get pretty beat because of our dogs. So, you know, our dogs do the crazy. You ever seen a dog do the crazy run? You know what I mean? Where their butt end is like lower and their front end is like going faster than the rear end. So our dogs will do sometimes the crazy run on that deck. So I thought to myself, okay, if I do the deck over, at least maybe then, you know, when they're doing their craziness and crashing into the lawn furniture and all that, on the deck furniture, that when stuff is sliding around, maybe the deck over will be more resilient to scratches and all that stuff. And then I prepped the whole deck surface, made it all mint, and I gotta let them in. So for some strange reason, that deck over stuff, like I was saying, it was like a last resort kind of thing. But I, as a conscious at one time contractor, I'll say at one time contractor, don't use deck over, man. Deck over is literally, like I said, it's that slap cell. If you're doing like a quick gotta sell this house, or a quick, gotta slap some paint on a deck to make it look good, yeah, I guess that's when it's appropriate, but you're still just hiding stuff. And that's what that stuff is. It's deck over. But having the permanent dog prints on there now, I might see if I can mix up like a 50-50 or maybe a 25 75 thing of bleach, 25 bleach, 75 water, just to see. I'll probably try the 25-75 first, just to see if I can get some of those dog prints off. But it was very, very frustrating to do all that work and then literally a couple of days. I mean, we left it alone for a couple of days so that the dogs didn't go on it. And we had no wet times, no humidity, perfect drying times. It wasn't too hot, and dog stain prints. It's awesome. Nobody wanted to hear me talk about deck over. Jeez. Right. Lorm Cronish, what's going on, man? Interned you, right? That's funny. What did you miss? You didn't miss anything. We're talking about like obviously the package issues nowadays. Companies potentially maybe in the future being consistent with using excuses of why packages cannot no longer be delivered in periods of time like they used to. Because obviously not, being a part of like Amazon, not being an employee, whatever, you don't know. Like, I don't know. What does Amazon look like now? Because I thought a majority of Amazon was like a certain amount of computerized. And I thought that, because like when I've seen like some of the videos that they've shown, like they have these like carts that like move around all by themselves, right? And I'm assuming it's hand picking of items and just placing them in the carts, and the carts just go to the destinations or something. I don't know how it goes, but I just wonder. I wonder if somehow there's just going to be so many changes that it's crazy how something like this can change that. You know what I mean? Create what they call the new normal, which is because we're not used to it. It's abnormal. It's weird. And even that thing, like I was saying with the Amazon Prime, how it was never really free 2-day shipping. So here you are, you spent the 99 or what is Amazon? Let's see if Alexa knows. Alexa, what does Amazon Prime cost now?
An Amazon Prime membership is $119 a year, or $12 and 99 cents a month.
Why do they
For
do?
more details on pricing,
No.
go to the Prime page on
Alexa,
Amazon.
stop. I even had this conversation with my wife this morning. It is such a mind warp that literally, why does everything have to be 99? Because if you're paying $9.99 for something, it's not $10. It's it's like when you go to the gas station. Why does it have to be $2.39 and 9/10? Well, wait a minute. I want my 1/10 of a penny back. Like, when you give me my change back, I want that 1/10 back right now. You know what I mean? It's like, why do they do that? Why is it always 99? Because the lesser first number, and this is how it works, right? So obviously we have a mortgage, right? And sometimes within the mortgage, you have a certain you have certain things that always go up every year. So house insurance goes up. If you have, your escrow and, all that stuff, your escrow pays for, your, the lender pays for them to pay for your taxes and pay for, obviously, your house insurance. It's all wrapped into one. Well, every year we get an updated escrow thing, and our escrow additional amount this year was $388 and I think like 98 or 89 cents, right? So in order for our mortgage to stay at the price that, it had been like from the beginning, we increasingly every year have to pay a one-time extra payment to keep that payment consistent. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's a mind thing. But when my wife saw the amount and she said, oh, hey, don't forget, we have to pay, and this is how she said it, we have to pay that $300 to the mortgage lender this month so that our mortgage will stay the same, for the next 12 months or however it works, right? And then I looked at the bill and I see it differently. So I saw the 388 and my mind automatically thinks 400. But my wife looks at it and she sees 388. She sees 300 because she's looking at that first number. It's not because she thought the 88 was 2 zeros. It's because your mind is seeing that first number, and all those companies all know that and they all do it. That's why everything is like 99 cents. $3.99. You're not paying $4, you're paying $3.99. You're saving a penny. You pay 120? Yeah. Yep. Well, wait a minute. But Bandit, though, you're not thinking of the first number. If you were to see, so you're saying if you were to see 1.99, your mind would see 2.00 as being less? Hello? Hey, babe. Okay. Well, you could probably just tell me what it is. Is it a black one? And it's a large gun? Like, because they obviously... Right, no mini gun. Okay, so probably get the one that's the full-size glue gun. That probably will... I'm fairly confident that I have the glue sticks for it. But if you want to get a pack, it probably won't be a bad thing. But right, full-size glue gun, right. All right, thank you. Awesome, honey. Love you. Yeah, because obviously there's different ones. Oh, somebody's taking off? Right, business psychology, right. $4.99 seems less, but it's less than $5, but not really. It's business psych. Right, exactly. It's the same number, but it visually looks less because we know how the number system works. At least that's the way it's always been for me. But like I've said before, you put a plate of spaghetti in front of 10 people, someone's not going to like that plate of spaghetti. That's what I've learned. Psychological pricing, right? There you go. Bandit Darnville, exactly. Psychological pricing. Right, it's like how, big companies like Walmart will hire people to walk through the store to make sure that items are visually placed correctly to draw your eye. Because I think they even did like a study. Because in general, they say, in general, again, probably I'm stepping on broken glass by saying this. In general, they said that women are shorter, so they place items slightly lower to be within like the visual, you know what I mean? Like the visual, look around. So I think that's funny how they do so much research into getting you to buy the product. Right. So if you see, right, exactly. Riffraff. I think the same exact way. Meatballs or sausage, right? Both. Oh my gosh. I would never order online when it first started. I was like, why not just go to the store and grab it? But now it's stores don't have. Right, Earl. Exactly. That's the part that I hate. When I went to, and now obviously because of the the COVID or coronavirus, it changed like the way maybe even products are probably delivered to stores or whatever, or having things in stock. But when I got that vinyl cutter, I quickly realized that I needed some way to magnify so that I could pull out the pieces that I don't want on the vinyl print. So I remembered long time ago seeing like a lighted mirror that was on an arm that you could like move around and play, and I was like, oh, that'll be perfect. So then one of the first places that I try to go for, I'm like, all right, well, Michael's is a craft shop, so I should probably be able to get it at Michael's. And then it was either my wife or my daughter, and they were like, well, you know what? Michael's is probably closed because it's a non-essential business. And I didn't even think that. So I'm like, all right, well, we're not getting it at Michael's because I did call and they were closed. Then I'm like, okay, well, we got to go to the Giant. So I'm not talking Walmart. So I even went online real quick to Home Depot to check to see, because you can do an in-stock, in-store, thing. And I did an in-stock, in-store. It was very deceptive. So even though I did in-stock, in-store, it gave me the list. And then what it did is it told me when it was going to be in-stock, in-store. That I felt was deceptive, because before, when I would hit in-stock, in-store, it was like physically there. It would point blank direct you to the aisle that you would be going to. And I think it even had like a location dot that would say in about this area on that aisle, that's where your product is going to be located. Now, for some reason, that has changed to where in stock, in store, they'll give you a date. Yeah, it's really not there, but it's going to be. If you order it though. And then the next store, obviously, was Walmart. And I thought, okay, well, where the heck would it be in Walmart? Would it be over in housewares? Would it be in crafts? Would it be in automotive? I had no idea where even to go to look for that thing. And then eventually, my wife said, hey, Staples is actually open. They're an essential business. And ended up going to Staples, and Staples had one type, which I ended up getting. And it's working perfect. But it's crazy, because you would think that is the thing, like Earl was saying. The norm was to go to the brick and mortar, and now it's like it's become where the norm is more go online, because you're going to find what you want. But now the struggle that we're having, because we're that privileged society, that now it's the shipping that's the craziness, Oh, I was really so counting on that stuff being here today. I really thought it was going to be here. So it's been sitting in Chelmsford now for 2 days. Ah, that just stinks. Speed is king, right? Right, exactly, Earl. Yep. You're literally saying exactly what I was just blabbing about. Yep. Wilding out your back. Fertilizing some properties, nice. You got to get that grass essentially growing. Oh, Chef, you taking off, man? We'll see you later, man. Good morning, Rosemary. How are you? What really irks you is when Walmart says it's in stock at your store. You go and it's not there. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, Bandit, you're waiting for yours and it's getting slimmer, right? Yeah, it's the other thing that's crazy too is you know how like UPS, I think UPS has what, an 8 p.m. cutoff time? Like if you have it package hasn't arrived by 8, it's not coming. So there has actually been times when it had been 8 o'clock, 8:30 or whatever, and I literally would go outside and look around. There was no notification of a package that was dropped off, and I'm just thinking, oh well, maybe it's just got to catch up. But I would just go outside and I'd look at the local spots where the UPS or the FedEx or whatever would drop off the late packages, and there's nothing. So then I'll be inside, and now it'll be like 9 or 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and then all of a sudden my phone will buzz, or the outside light would trip on, and the package is there. And it's like, I didn't even hear the truck. The dogs didn't even bark. Like, how did the package just all of a sudden, you know that. Like all of a sudden the package would be there. Right. Told by Walmart employees all the time that they don't even rely on their own app. Wow, that's crazy. Right. Stuff is delayed all over. This is a very good pancake, by the way. I like the cinnamon. Thank you very much. And yes, it's cold now. But it's always cold. Still good, though. Thank you very much. Scruffy Page. Know all about... You have 5 kids, 9 and under. One is not happy, right? Right. I bet, Scruffy. UPS SEAL team, there you go. The item's not there. I asked the employee and they just shrug and say the app is never right. That's rough. Yeah, that's...
Also, I mean, because I've been on the other side of that. It does,
Oh, right.
It does suck to the employee because we don't know what to tell
Stink.
you. I'm 20 years old, though.
It's a live stream.
But anyways, it does, because it's like, us as the, because it's awkward when like someone will come to us and they'll ask us about a package from like Kohl's Corporation,
Right.
not our store, but it's being shipped to our store.
Right.
But the thing is that like
Yeah, because you guys don't have the control over the situation.
you can't look at everything.
Yeah, because she does work retail, and she's come across like angry customers that walk in and wonder why like things aren't there, and it's like they get angry at the employees, and you kind of really can't, because there is that chain that the employees can't, like what she says, I can't manufacture like the product for you. I'm very sorry that you wasted your time. It's not my fault. And I think
the best part though is when they come in, they haven't even gotten the confirmation email to say that the package is like at our store or something.
Right.
Because it'd be one thing if they had an email that said it was like at our store and then somehow. It just
well, I
wasn't
think,
it.
but I think that's what this guy is talking about.
But
Riff Raff. He's talking about point blank.
it's happened before.
It says that it's there. It's in his cart. He goes to go pick it up because it's ready, and it's not even there.
Sometimes there is a delay because it actually could be in the back room, quote unquote. I'm going to put massive air quotes on that because they can't just go and find it for you just because you say this is my thing.
You should have just seen the massive air quotes that she just did. She was just like,
But like, it can be in the back, but if they haven't scanned it
right.
in to
What was that?
package
What
it-
was that one where the guy threw the bag at you?
Oh, that was someone at the register being
Just angry.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there are customers, like, people may think that it's like a haha joke, people don't actually do that, but I have seen customers throw things at people I work with, and I've had things thrown at me. Like, people just don't know how to be.
And here's the crazy part. Like, obviously you guys might know of my daughter, but she is like the sweetest girl. Like, she actually gets customers will point blank after they're done with their
Oh, that
purchase.
woman scared me so bad.
After they're done with their purchase, or they're done like with, having her help them, they will make their way to customer service to point blank tell customer service how awesome of an employee she is. And then she'll get the customer that throws a bag at her because they're mad, because something was not under her control that happened. And it's just like, you can't, like, you do.
It was amazing because we had what his supposed issue was that he had Kohl's Cash, right? And
I love her stories.
the amount wasn't the amount that he thought it was. So he thought he had like $60 or something in Kohl's Cash, but it was only ringing through as $20. And when that happens, we can scan your little Kohl's Cash and we can see all the transactions that have taken place with said piece of paper.
Right.
And when we went to do an inquiry on it, to look at it because he was flipping out, we came to find he returned a ton of stuff, so he didn't have all of it anymore.
Right.
And we were like saying, oh yeah, you made a return on this date. No, I didn't. What do you mean, no, you didn't?
Well,
it literally, no, there
I
is
know, but
solid paper proof
you also know
that shows
solid paper electronic
it's,
proof.
but the thing is, it
Like
shows
what
you,
Riff was saying, the product's there, but it's just not.
But the thing is, it shows you where they returned it, what time they returned it, and he's just saying, no, I didn't. And he got so escalated that he did throw something at me. He said some choice words to my manager
Yeah.
because she was standing there when he did that to me, and he had to be
Right.
escorted out, obviously, because he's being a
Right.
psycho.
Right.
But
And I think the worst part about that, right, is obviously being a dad, and then thinking to yourself, so she wasn't maimed, the guy didn't stab her, he didn't put a gun to her head or anything like that, but still, he took like an act and was just like, ugh, you know what I mean, and didn't even like think. And it was just like, remember, this is, because I've talked about her, like this before. It would be so, like, awesome to be able to say, well, what if like I was your granddaughter? Would you be treating me like this if I was your granddaughter? Or you know what I mean? Like, or your daughter, or it's just funny. Like somehow, sometimes the way she thinks about the situation. It's crazy because sometimes people just forget that, she's someone's daughter. You know what I mean? She's someone's granddaughter. And there've been old ladies, and I say this in the sweetest way, there've been older ladies, the grandma type, or even great grandma. That literally, because she's so awesome. Remember the lady that offered you little chocolates?
It was so cute.
It was so. This kid makes me so happy. Right, Earl. Exactly. It's no longer gonna be what's in the box. It's gonna be what's on the UPS truck box, or what's in the UPS truck box. Right. Exactly. You guys were talking about shipping. Try getting a truck from Hebao into Canada. Oh, that's going to be tough, man. Yeah. Bob Wells, what's happening? Yep. Hebao into Canada. Yeah, that's going to be rough. Good morning, Eddie. Sorry I missed you, man. Santa Bria. Isn't Sambria a liquor? Sambria? I think it is. I don't know, because you're a big person into alcohol. No, I'm not.
Sure.
Tracking was non-existent. Yeah. You know what's crazy is Justin O'Neill just posted a thing on Facebook showing the shipping progress of it. Literally is 2 pictures full of shipping progress nightmare for something that took 3 weeks or whatever, or took 3 days, or I don't know. This is crazy. Order from Banggood, let you know when it shows. Right. Lorm, yeah. Am I saying your name right? Lore. I think it's Lorne. Lorne. Lorne or Lone? Cronish. I got the last name right. Cronish. I'm pretty sure Cronish is right. It's gonna be 2022. There you go. Yep. Oh, doing backflips off a fence. Beltran? Oh, man. Getting stuff from China take half a year? Might be because I'm not sure if I'm saying your first name right. Lorne? Cronish. Could call you LK. Make it easy. Obviously when all this explosion stuff happened with the heavy use of the internet, and obviously a lot of people doing the Zoom and all that craziness. One of the better, lesser expensive cameras out there was obviously that Logitech C920. I think it was like the C920 and the C920S. The only difference is the S had the little thing that you could close over the lens. And I can't remember what the regular price was, but might have been like $80 or $70, $50, something like that. I'm not positive what the original price was. But then the price of all webcams went up to like $300-400. It was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I don't know why Amazon didn't take those, because that's called, obviously that's called the price gouging thing. So I don't know why Amazon didn't have some program that basically took out all those bad price gouging, things automatically. Where YouTube will flag a comment because somebody said tranny, and what they mean is transmission. Because obviously, in the automotive world, if someone is to type tranny, or even in RC, you know what is meant, that it's transmission. Now, because it's said tranny, obviously I'm assuming they mean a transvestite, and tranny is maybe a derogatory way of saying that word. So that gets automatically flagged. It's just, to me, it's weird. It's like sometimes things get too just crazily thought about. Oops. Flying Fortress, what's going on, man? Right, Ritter, Frederick, right. $70, now it's $250. Exactly. That's wrong. Because all I went to do is because my wife wanted to video chat her family, and her webcam on her computer was junk. So I let her use my 920, and then she realized how much better the clarity was. Everything about it was better because she could, put it in different positions and angle it and not have the screen, flopping around. And so I'm like, I just kind of want to just surprise her with her own. So I just went online. I went to my previous orders and I clicked on the C920 to order it again, put it in the cart, and I went to go buy it now. And it was like 300 and something bucks. I'm like, I know I didn't pay no 300 and something bucks for that thing. And it was just like, you've got to be kidding me. And they're obviously all sold out, but it makes you wonder, so did somebody just literally buy a whole ton of them and then think that they could just resell them on Amazon for 6 times the amount of money that they ended up buying them for? Just, I don't know, man. It's like that ticket scalping. Same thing. Ticket scalping, at least around here, is illegal. It's the same thing. Right. Commonly used terms, right. Because that word can have a derogatory way of usage. So they're actually right on that. But in my mind, when I see tranny, I know somebody's talking about a transmission, not something else. You know what I mean? But my mind doesn't necessarily always think the right way anyway. James Beeman, what's going on, man? Right. Don't we all wish we bought what was it? Buying stock in Tesla, buying stock in Apple and what's the other one there? Bill Gates, Windows or whatever. I don't even know what he is. I think he's Windows or something. Right. The stay-at-home thing, right? Northeast lingo, right? Microsoft, right? This slips my mind. What was I calling it? Windows. Because Windows is Microsoft. Or Microsoft creates Windows. I don't know. Did Bill Gates own a portion of Apple at one point or something like that? Or was Bill Gates I remember seeing a movie, I think, on Steve Jobs. That was actually a pretty good movie. I think there's been a couple of them. Because were they friends or something like that at one point? I can't remember. I also remember the Napster thing. You guys remember Napster? I used that service. I actually used to use Napster when it first came out. That was pretty cool. Even Napster's logo was an awesome logo. Who's taking off? Wester something? LimeWire, right. Free viruses. But I remember Napster. Napster was something that I did actually use to download music. I don't think I realized that it was illegal at the time. Well, was it legal and then it became illegal? I don't know. I just know that the logo was pretty cool. Oh, saying what? Who? Barbecue? Oh, Bob Wells. Who's taking off? Oh, Bob Wells. All right, man. We'll see you later, man. All right, cracked. RC, we'll see you later, man. Napster is back, but charged now? Oh, yeah. Yeah, tons of free, right. Yeah. Yeah, because I think when, you might not realize that, I guess you might not have realized that you were technically stealing, not realizing it. Like, all the piracy stuff that happens with movies and what was that thing that I had? DriveX, or there was a software that I bought. It was, you could actually buy the box. It came with a CD and it was a program, X-Drive or something X. I forget what it was, but it gave you a way to be able to rip movies. And I think the part about it that I liked was I wasn't ripping them for people. I was doing it for myself, like for self-use. Not for financial gain in any way. I don't think it was DivX, was it? I forget what it was called. I used to actually have the box, the software box. It was black. It was a black box with a big X on it, kind of, I think, skewed to the side. I forget what it was called, though. Rent from Netflix and copy? Yeah, I don't even know how to do that. Video X? Is that what it was called? I don't think it was DivX. What the heck was that? What's the older software that you used to be able to rip movies with? It probably won't show up. Yeah, sometimes Google actually doesn't know because maybe I'm just saying it wrong, but older DVD ripping software.
Here's a summary from TechRadar. Handbrake. Rip DVDs and convert videos to
No,
any format.
it's not that.
Remake video conversion.
That's all new
DVD
stuff.
ripping made easy with step-by-step instructions. Make MKV. Rip DVDs and Blu-rays without any awkward configuration. And more.
Yeah, I don't remember. Whatever it was, though, it was actually really good software. But I remember actually buying it. With all the ships idling off our coast, the people, payroll, fuel burning, is price changing a lot. Cheap products, passing the savings on. Oh, that was something that I thought was pretty funny. So we have a place, we have stores in our area that's called Job Lot. And what it is it's like, it's weird. They actually have name brand pricing of things. And I don't know how they get it, but they have name brand like items that are obviously lesser expensive. I have no idea how they get them, but like I used to buy like my different fertilizers from them because it was a name brand fertilizer that I was buying that I could get in bulk at a cheaper price from this place called Job Lot. And so we went to Job Lot the other day to pick up a couple of things for our back deck because obviously now we have the dog prints permanently etched into our paint. So we put those things on the deck just to have something more comfortable for the dogs to lay on. It's like one of those outdoor rugs or outdoor mat or something, the big like 9x12, rolled out, things. And there were these little printed out pieces of paper on every single shelf that literally said, at this point in time, we are charging an additional 2% surcharge fee. Something, and I stopped reading it because it said something along the lines of to aid with our employees' raise in hazard pay or something along those lines. I didn't bother reading it because I was just like, yeah, here we go. Here's another store that's going to charge the customer because they don't want to be responsible for paying the extra money. And granted, this is maybe a hard-headed look at it, paying the extra money that they're probably already getting money for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're probably somehow getting pandemic assistance, but now they're going to also charge the customer an extra 2% surcharge so that they can pay the hazard pay to their employees. That's how I read it. Maybe I read it wrong. That can be possible, but I felt like I read enough that I didn't need to read anymore. Oh, great. You're going to charge me an extra 2%. I mean, it's nothing. It's still nothing, but still. It's like, oh, you best believe that the big bonus guys, though, that own the company are getting their money, though, aren't they? You know what I mean? Got to make sure those corporate members get their money. If there are any corporate guys here, sorry, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about other corporate guys. That's the question today, right? I don't know, man. Looks like Hertz is going down the tube. Hertz is hurting. Well, I mean, think about all the airlines, all these big bonus companies that used to be able to hand out, good bonuses to their employees. All those bonuses are gone. I actually know a guy that works for an airline, and right now he is on I think he's on a furlough, I think. It was, I don't think a mandatory one, but I think it was like maybe like requested or suggested or asked of. And, he's obviously, at this point in time, and he's not a take advantage of the system guy either. He is taking that furlough, I think because, I don't know, maybe because he had to, I don't know. But, those big airline companies, like we all know, the money use sometimes is crazy. You see like a company will be struggling or saying that they've got to lay off half of their workforce. But then like there'll be like some investigation like 6 months later that will say that, yeah, they did the 50%, reduction in workforce, but the high ups in the company still got their $1 million bonuses, and it's just like it twists my neck. You know what I mean? You know how they have that owl that just kind of looks like that? It's just like when you hear stuff like that, granted, again, I don't understand the logistics of it. I just hear the basics, and then basically just I've heard enough, you know? And maybe, who knows, maybe it's played out that way. Maybe it's edited for content that way. Maybe it's fake news. I have no idea. The rich get richer, right? That's always the way it's going to be, right? No offense, greedy CEOs that maybe you never know, man. You never know. There might be a CEO watching going, "Hey, that's my bonus money. I deserve that. Doesn't matter about this COVID. I need my $1 million bonus. I need to get my next Jaguar." Oh my goodness. All right. We are looking at 11:20. Should I end the thing at 11:30? What are we looking at for time? That means we have been on, I don't know, hour and a half. Why it actually feels longer today. I think because I'm sitting down on a hard chair. And I'm not sitting on like one of the chairs that's behind me. I'm sitting on one of the bar stool things that we have right here. And it's a hard surface. It's not like, it doesn't have any kind of like cushion for your cushion for your cushion, or cushion for your tushin. I don't know. Well, again, I kind of had Dragbug out here to actually work on it. You know what I might do? If my wife shows up, depending upon how things are going, I may start just like another live, but the live will be just like one of the shop talking wrenches kind of thing. So I'll probably just dive into the rear end, and I'll show, like, obviously how I intend on locking up this rear diff again. This time at least I hope it'll work, because it's going to be packed with super glue and, well, not super glue, it's going to be packed with hot glue and hopefully done more of the patient right way. I don't have any earplugs. The glue's just seemingly the way I just want to go, So what guy, I posted pics of your Komodo. Awesome riff. I can't wait to see it. Tush cushion. There you go. Right. Jaguar. It is called the Jaguar. That's literally what I'm naming it now. It's the Jaguar. It's not Jaguar. It's the Jaguar. Because the thing, like when you guys saw those codes, right? These are the codes. Man, those are the codes for the Jaguar. I'm going to actually clear these out. The only reason why I'm going to clear them out is because I want to see if any of those codes were basically formed while I was working on the car, to see if, because I've got them all recorded down, so I know what each code is supposedly directing to, and if the problem is still existing, the code should show back up. So I think I'm just going to clear them out, see if they come back, and I don't know. I know the car has some problems. It says that there's an evap issue. It says that there's a MAF. Which one is it? I think a MAF issue. It also even recognized, I think, that my wire is not connected to the clutch for the AC, because the point blank, the wire is disconnected, because it was right now the clutch wire is actually within the same wire loom. So it's like 3 wires. So the single lead for the clutch is actually in with the crank sensor wire in that accordion style protective sheath. And right now, because I wanted to make 100% sure that the car started, the crank wire is not in the location that it should be right now. So that's why the clutch wire is actually disconnected. So one of those codes actually pointed to the fact that the clutch for the AC was disconnected, which was crazy. There was also, I looked up another code that it point blank said, Earl, it actually said, oh, it's on my iPad. It actually said it detected a ground fault. I can't remember what it exactly said it was for though, but it point blank said it detected a ground fault. So I don't know. I guess that's a good thing, because maybe it just will lead me more in, hopefully, a positive direction. Like Earl said, you got to get those dome lights fixed. That'll probably be the solve all for all your problems. Get that dome light fixed, fix that fuse or whatever it is. Which, it's funny is I can't actually. Nothing is labeled dome light for the fuse. There is a thing that's called post light. So what I'm thinking, the post lights are the lights that are on the sail panels on the back of the car. I'm thinking those are the post lights. Because normally they call it, A, B, C pillar. But it's Jaguar, so maybe Jaguar calls a pillar a post. But there's nothing that says, like, I did see something that said cigar lighter, though. And there is no power either. Like you said, Earl, there actually is no power at the cigar lighter. So it's just going to be a track down of stuff. I mean, it's a little frustrating, only because there's some circuits that I don't right now know because I don't have a $10,000 scanner. But there's some circuits that seem inactive. The problem with that is I don't know if they're supposed to be powered. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's a circuit that's supposed to have power to it until a called on situation where then it sent power. I just don't know. Just don't know. Right. Isn't that crazy, man? Goes to show employers aren't paying a living wage. No, it that's always going to be a debate. A living wage versus pandemic assistance money, which is more than some people were making. Companies sometimes cannot survive themselves paying a higher wage just because. Hello? Okay. All right, you got it. Okay. All right, I love you. Bye. All right, so she's here, so I'm actually going to end the live stream because she needs help with me bringing stuff in the house. But once I get, no Jaguar talk, once I get all that set up, I'll probably start up another live stream, but obviously it's going to be not a COVID and coffee. It'll be just a shop talk and wrench. And it's just going to be me just filling up the diff with glue. So if you want to be part of that, I'll be here. Obviously, we're not getting a delivery today, which that kind of stinks. I don't know. It is what it is. It's no big deal. It's not like my life is over. It's nothing like that. It's just, I had a plan set out thing of things that I wanted to try to get accomplished today. And it's just not going to happen. You just got to modify your life. It's no big deal. So everybody, thank you for coming to this live stream, COVID and coffee. You can name the stream. I'm out. You should get out there. Like I always say, just get out there and rip it. Maybe today is not a good day to get out there and rip it. But I will see you later today. Probably shortly for a shop talk and wrench. So I'm out. Everybody, go have a good day. Justin O'Neill, man, thank you for that donation for the hot glue. You already know that, boom, that's going right to that. I got to get outside and help my wife. So we'll see you later. If you're here, If you're not, you know what I mean? Just get out there and rip it. So I'm out. Everybody, again, as always, thank you for coming to these lives.